This is Facebook Live 30 out of 30. So I am done. I'm finished with 30 days of 30 Facebook Lives. Feels good to be committed and to complete my commitment. Hello, Kim. Say hello to me if you are on. And also, if you're watching on replay, you can hashtag replay or just let me know you're here. You were here. Yeah. So I wanted to today talk a little bit or tell you a little bit about one of my favorite mythical characters. And her name is Ereshkegal. She is a dark-haired queen of the underworld. She's the queen of death. And she is the dark sister of goddess Inanna. And Inanna is the queen of heaven. Inanna is the queen of heaven who loved the earth so much that she decided to come down to the earth and rule the earth and all the beloved people that she so dearly loved. So these two sisters, Inanna and Ereshkegal, they're always come into my field, into my presence during this time of year, during the fall, when we approach the darker times of the season, and when we feel that we maybe are ready to be guided into the most feared part of our soul. So Inanna, as she came upon the earth, she fell in love, and her loving heart was shattered, broken by her beloved. And in that broken heart, she decides to go and look deep for the cure, for the medicine of the broken heart, for the why, for the question that we ask often of why we have a broken heart, or of why we experience that pain and suffering. Ereshkegal is the queen of the underworld. And today I wanted to talk about her, not about Inanna, because Inanna is exactly where we all are at some point in our lives. And when we look for the broken heart, or when we look to heal the broken heart, we all must descend into the underworld, into the under earth. Ereshkegal rules the queendom of death and sorrow. She is the dark sister. She is the queen of death. And her heart is broken too into lifetimes of victimhood, of fear, of guilt, of shame, of grief, of pain and sorrow. Ereshkegal has been abandoned by the world and left alone to cry and to moan for her pain and for her agony. She is in the darkness and it never ends. She has been put in here against her will, and she is hidden and kept small from the whole of the world by others for their own benefits, becoming the hostage to the conditioning of the mind, always feeling abandoned by the world, because the world has been made afraid, and all of us have been conditioned one way to another to believe that light and love is all you need, and that darkness is bad or evil. Ereshkegal does not have a good relationship with the world, and she does not have a friendly relationship with her sister, Inanna. Ereshkigal is the queen of the night, and she is the queen of great earth. She is the mistress of the underworld. She is that dark-haired goddess, and she sleeps naked in her tears of agony in the palace of lapis lazuli, deep in the cave of the earth. She is the shamanic priestess of death and rebirth. And the rebirth is up to you. The rebirth of your own soul is up to you. As Ereshkegal strips you bare and naked, exposed and vulnerable, lifeless, and she kills you with her darkness, and she lets you rot, leaves you rot in her world, in her underworld, on the meat hook, in the land of no return. A true queen must know her whole self, and a true queen must undergo the raw and painful transformation of her soul. So in this story of Ereshkegal and her sister Inanna, Ereshkegal plays the role of the destroyer of all that we carry upon our lives. As we offer, as Inanna, the goddess of the earth, has 7 temples upon the earth, with each temple representing the energy center of each chakra, if you will. And at each gateway, as we descend, we release all that we bring with us to assist us. And through our release, we are found bare and naked at the very bottom of the stairs, having undergo through all the guardians and gatekeepers, and with each one having a certain relationship of pain, of fear, of disgust, of shame, of guilt. And at each gateway we surrender that which we feel, and we allow ourselves to become empty and hollow, and we allow ourselves to truly undergo that transformation of the soul, the transformation of the darkness. From the darkness we may rise into that light, into being once again the Queen of Heaven, the morning star, the Queen of the earth. And now we are fully embodying both darkness and light. And in that union and harmony, we are able to become whole, and we are able to truly from this point on, recognize and honor our pain and honor our fear, and cry and mourn with our grief and sorrow, and to appreciate our fears when they are acting as allies of danger and precautious. And also we're able to, in this moment, after undergoing the darkness, to tell our fears to shut up and to be quiet, and to sit down and not prevent us from delivering that light that we have once again found in the depth of our soul. And all of this is inspired by the divine download that is streaming through me into the next offering of my soul and of my divine purpose, the offering of shadow magic, the online deep journey into the center of your soul, into the deep cave of your heart, to truly surrender and trust and die in that place of sorrow, and be able to recognize all that we must mourn in order to be reborn. This course is, I'm gonna wait for the airplane. This course is divinely downloaded and guided and I am honored to take you on this journey, and I am ready with all the tools that have helped me to descend and also to ascend back up, because that darkness oftentimes tends to take a strong hold and a strong grip onto our souls, and to keep us in the dark for a lot longer than what we should spend there. And I wanted to read a letter I wrote. It seems like to myself, or on this journey of the Queen of Death, in November of 2016. So I'll share that, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the course. I wrote this: I have to go to her. I have to make that effort to go and see her, releasing all fears of being unaccepted, all pain of being abandoned, and left all sufferings of being rejected, unloved, unsafe. I have to go see her and to release one by one my crown, which is my ego, my jeweled earrings, which is my intuition of divine, my jeweled necklace of my singing the stories of the goddess, my breastplates of gold, the purity and passion of my divine loving heart, my jeweled belt, my strength, my gut, which is my power, my ankle and wrist bracelet of jewels and mala beads, which is my creativity, my sexuality, and finally my royal robe of pure, gentle, soft silk of manifestation, of femininity, of Shakti. I come before you, hollow and empty of all this illusion, to reclaim myself as new, as whole, fulfilled, to rise back up in my power through manifestation, creativity, personal power, compassion, communication, perception, and authority. And as I rise up from the underground, I stand as the goddess of the divine. I am of many faces. I am who serves the divine in all beings. I ache for all humankind, descending for me as if for all, because I am descending for all. And as we descend into our own depth of the darkness, as women, we not only heal our own wounds, we heal the wounds of all women. We heal the wounds of all our ancestry, our mothers, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, and their grandmothers. We feel through the ancestral line as we take that courage and bravery to be present with all that must be mourned, felt, moved and released through our bodies, our practices. So I welcome you to check it out. I will post the link in the event, in the comments, the link of the event. Check it out, and if it calls to you, don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. If descending into your grief and your sorrow has been a part of your journey and you just simply don't know how to do it, I am here as your guide, and I am honored and I am revered and I am grateful to be that channel for anyone that needs the guidance. 4 weeks with me, divine magical time with me at your fingertips, with an online course platform, with 4 online live calls of a sacred space of magic, of shadow magic. The online platform course is or will be filled with heaps of useful healing content to assist you, to help you on your path into the depth of the underworld, to feel and to meet your darkest part, the most terrifying, feared part of you. Because as much fear as you have, there is that much of love and light to be carried back out into the world, to be shared with each other, to be supporting each other. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. The shadow magic is purely magic and the divine offering from the source, from the universe, whatever that may look like for you. And a couple of things before I turn off. I would like to say I have a current fundraiser going for one of my spirit sisters, Chrysalis Bliss, in support of the divine for her life, for her offerings, as she is undergoing her healing and her inability to work and support herself, her family, and her art and offerings for all of us. If we all give $11, it might not necessarily rob us empty, but it may support a beautiful human being. The fundraiser is shared on my page, and I'll post a link in the comment. I'm so grateful for all the support. The next thing is the local sound bath healing event on Sunday the 29th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Lotus Wellness Spot. I will be offering the sound healing. It's called sound bath, a healing bathing of yourself in the music, in the singing. And I have 2 beautiful goddesses offering it with me. Nancy with her beautiful angelic voice playing her lotus drum, and Theresa with her singing bowls and didgeridoo and her magic, as we bring to you a beautiful healing space at the Lotus. Grateful to Stephanie for providing that for the community. And one more thing that's coming up is October 5th, Unity Yoga Festival in Salt Lake City, Krishna Temple. A beautiful day filled of yoga, meditation, and some amazing, amazing teachers in the community here in Salt Lake City area. So I welcome you to all, and to take a moment to look at the shadow magic and see if that resonates with you in this moment of your life. Thank you for watching. Sending you all love and blessings. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.